First things first, you want to equip either dual zoom or recon scope on 6 to 12 different weapons, and basically any of the assault rifles can have the dual zoom or the recon scope. And if you go to secondary weapons, the Mazu has a compact scope. You can also use that. I'm going to show you right here. Same with sniper rifles, they can also be equipped with them. And LMGs. And SMGs, but only the Spitfire and the GKS. I did this in custom mutations just so it's a little easier on myself. Come over to this room that I run to and grab the first teleporter part. Make your way over to the elevator and take it down. Now I suggest buying the Spitfire as your first weapon. And if you don't want the Spitfire as your starting weapon, then make your way down here and buy the ICR off the wall.
If I am not complete,
you're going to need both weapons anyway. Make your way over to this room here, activate the DEFCON. You're going to want to activate all the DEFCONs and get into the panic room basically. To grab the teleporter part. Now that you're in the panic room, grab the teleporter part and you can leave.
I absolutely love tinkering with my personal items.
Take the second elevator down to the bottom floor. Once you're down here, make your way to the room that I go to and get the third teleporter part.
I can make something out of anything.
Then you make your way over to the buildables table that I go to. I'm gonna get surrounded by dogs here in a second. Build the teleporter. Grab it. And then make your way over to the teleporter and head up to the middle floor. Place the teleporter pad.
Honestly,
now you can teleport to the Pack-a-Punch, hit all the DEFCON switches. And then head to the Pack-a-Punch. And Pack-a-Punch both weapons that you have both weapons that you have the recon or dual zoom scope on. Now you're going to want to trade your 2 Pack-a-Punch weapons for another 2 guns, different guns with the recon or dual zoom scope. As you can see, I just traded one for the Vapor, and I'm going to make my way into the basement here, and I'm going to grab Modocs.
Give it to me.
And then make your way back up to the middle floor. Activate the Defcons and head back to the Pack-a-Punch. Pack-a-Punch the 2 new weapons that you have,
I'm well known for my patience. I have
and then
lots
head
of
back.
patience. No, not patience. Patience.
You're gonna want to head back down into the lowest level and grab your final 2 guns.
Now. Yes. Right now. Give me it.
Once you grab your final 2 guns, head back up and head back to the Pack-a-Punch.
I will return.
You're gonna Pack-a-Punch them again. Alternatively, you can also get 12 weapons without Pack-a-Punching at all, but it requires using the box, and I find it much easier to just Pack-a-Punch. Also, you do not want the Bowie knife or the shield at this point. And yes, I understand that you're gonna need to grind a lot of points to get this far, and I'll show you the God mode glitch to get into that you can use to get the points. This glitch that I'm showing you right now is to get the unlimited specialist. Okay, so right here I put the final 2 guns in the Pack-a-Punch and Pack-a-Punch them.
Giving it any color. I hope this is worth the wait.
Make sure your specialist is full and ready to go at this point as well. Now that you've Pack-a-Punched both weapons, go ahead and double Pack-a-Punch both weapons again, but this time leave the weapons in the Pack-a-Punch machine and let the Pack-a-Punch machine eat your weapons. Do not pick them back up. Once you put in your second weapon, you're good to pull out your specialist, and once you pull out your specialist, you will have unlimited specialist. Keep in mind at this point you will not be able to use any elixirs. Now if you'll notice the green bar above the specialist icon at the bottom, it's slowly draining. Once it hits 0 or empty, it will be unlimited.
I find the office environment stifling.
Once you have the unlimited specialist, you can go ahead and grab your perks at this point. You want your perks the exact same as what I have down below: Quick Revive, Dying Wish, Winter's Wail, and Stone Cold Stronghold as your modifier. Now make your way to the room that I'm going to now, and I'll show you the God mode glitch. You're going to want to stand on that little box right there and jump to this bigger box. You'll now be standing on top of it, and the zombies can't touch you, but you'll notice that I just hit a death barrier when I jumped into it. And you don't want to jump up too much, and that's also why you have Winter's Wail and the Ragnaroks, because the zombies can push you into that death barrier. Don't worry too much about it if you're not jumping though. Now that you have the unlimited specialist and you've got most of your perks, you can stay in this spot actually to get the points in order to get your perks. It won't be too bad at early rounds. You're probably going to actually end up going to round 20 before you can get the unlimited specialist anyway, so be prepared for that. But I suggest Ragnaroks for the AFK. Now, Ragnaroks, as you can tell just by holding them in my hand, the zombies get just barely close enough, and then it disperses a thing and kills all the surrounding zombies. Now right here I head back up and I get my final perk. After you get your final perk, you can go back into that spot and you're pretty much good for the rest of the game. As long as you have a wired controller, plug your wired controller in, and it has to be an actual controller made to plug in to the Xbox. It can't be just a charging cord that you plug into a wireless controller. It has to be a hardwired controller. Otherwise, it'll time out and the game will pause. Now, if you don't want to do AFK and you want to actually be active the whole time right till 150, you can use the Onslaught. The Onslaught you can shoot constantly, no matter what, as soon as you have the unlimited Onslaught.
I find the office environment stifling. I would have been so much happier.
Now you will be a lot slower using the Onslaught, but it is an option. Now, sometimes
Honestly, you can't even
when you
begin
jump
to
on
imagine
here
the things I've had in my mouth.
and the round starts, you'll notice that you'll hear zombies teleporting, but they don't actually come into the room. Now, one zombie did make it into the room, but if you want to fix this, all you gotta do is move forward a little bit, and all the zombies will all of a sudden start flooding in. Now, every once in a while when you jump up on this box, the zombies will still be able to hit you. So if that happens, just clear them out of the way, jump down. Takes me a minute to clear them out. Give myself enough room to get back in. Jump on the box, and jump on the other box. And all of a sudden they can't hit me now. Dogs can hit you in this spot. So that's why we need the perk loadout that we have. The Stone Cold Stronghold in the modifier allows you to have extra armor. And then Winter's Wail, if they actually take all your armor away and hit you while you're not at full health, they'll freeze. And the Quick Revive will give you time while they're frozen to actually recover health. If they do actually ever manage to get you down all the way, Dying Wish will put you into invincibility so that you can throw Wraith Fire or whatever to kill the dog. Now, once you get level 3 specialist, whether it be Onslaught or the Ragnaroks, if you do the special, both triggers, well, you'll see here in a second, with the Onslaught, you can still shoot, but it will no longer be in your hands. And you can only use the nuke once. But with the Ragnaroks, they'll be stuck on the ground. They won't be in your hands anymore, so you can't use the burst thing that allows you to go AFK. Now, this is what happens if you buy the Bowie knife. Nothing happens straight away, but eventually, I'll show you in a minute here that I will lose the Infinite Specialist. I'm also you're gonna see here, if you do end up going down with the Unlimited Specialist, it will still work in Last Stand. You'll still have the Specialist. See, the Onslaught's still usable in Last Stand.
Leave me.
Now you'll see here it took a few minutes, but as soon as I clear out these zombies and I hop back up, all of a sudden my hands start coming out eventually here. I'm just trying to show you the death barrier here, but see, I hit it there once, and then all of a sudden my hands come out and the Unlimited Specialist is no longer available, and that's what happens when you buy the Bowie knife. Anyway, that should get you to round 150. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's helped. Thank you for watching.